Previously on Sims Island, we introduced 7 new villagers, leaving us with 3 brand new couples, Val and Nate, Everly and Charlie, Aziza and Eloy, leaving Garrett single and dumped from the villa. Bye, Garrett. Coming up, our first Sims Island competition. How will the girls measure up against the guys? But first, let's meet our incoming bombshell. Our villagers are arriving at a rooftop lounge for their first outing after their very first coupling. But what they aren't aware of is our bombshell has entered the villa. Welcome, Riley Soto. And of course, she makes her entrance in true bombshell fashion, fresh out of the pool. You go, mama. As the villagers collect their thoughts and their drinks, Riley goes in to make her first move. And for what it's worth, I think Everly already peeped game. And of course, Riley's first stop is Charlie. Who could have guessed it? And I'm not sure if it's the combination of the romantic atmosphere or Charlie's muscles as she's wondering if he works out, but she's feeling great. And from the looks of it, doesn't look like Charlie's doing too bad either. But of course, Nate sees something happening and he definitely doesn't let it go unnoticed. I mean, offering a rose on introduction, how romantic. He got my boy Charlie shitting a little bit, but he's still trying to keep up. And at this point, Riley thinks it's time to tell her fellow villagers she will be joining them on the island. And of course, their reactions are nothing short of excited. And across the room, Everly and Aziza, well, really Everly, clocks it very quickly. And while Everly isn't impressed, she goes to snatch her little Charlie back on up. Hey, Bookie. And my good sis Aziza thought it best to not get involved in that one. I mean, listen, if I had a choice to be involved in this 4-way conversation or go dance, I'm going to dance every time. I am not mad at you, girl. Everly goes to seal off the conversation, make sure her and Charlie are great, while Nate is still trying to seal the deal between him and Riley. And Charlie, of course, is assuring Everly that they are solid. But she's not really going for it. She's trying to make sure that they are on the same page. Meanwhile, Val, Aziza, Eloy, they're having a great time. Not knowing anything, no care in the world, just having a great outing because that's what they thought this was. And Everly, I guess she got the assurance that she felt she needed so she can now go have a great time. And of course, she filled in Aziza, Val, and Eloy. So now Aziza feels like she's got to go scope out the conversation. And what a steamy, flirty one she walked into. Aziza is busy trying to get this conversation back on track. Like, no guys, remember what you've got. And Riley, she spared no expense. She's pulling out all the stops. And Nate, he is pulling out all his stops as well, giving up his seat for her. We see you, Nate. And your happy dance. Okay. As we gather everyone to the table, it is about time for Riley to make her very first big decision. And as she didn't get to formally introduce herself to everyone, she decides to at the table, while quickly being waved off by Everly. Real smooth, girl. Well, this is awkward. And that left Riley super embarrassed and awkward feeling because, girl, have some decorum. Like, what happened to being demure? And honestly, the conversation just kept getting worse and worse. And so did Riley's face over time. As Everly continues to talk as if Riley isn't in the room.
Yes.
And baby, if looks could kill, that would be on the next true crime special, okay? But let's get this ceremony underway, shall we? Welcome, Riley. You've had some time to get to know some of our fellow villagers, so now you must choose one villager to take on a date. And as it seems, Riley is a little choked up. Cat got your tongue, girl? But throwing caution to the wind, she said screw it. And that's an exact quote, by the way. I choose Charlie. And Charlie honestly couldn't be happier. And while Riley feels guilty, she's happy she made this decision for her. And Everly, Oh, poor Everly. While on their beach date, Riley thought it best to take things slow for a change, get to know her date a little bit. But Charlie, he had some other ideas. What he wanted to do was skip all the formalities and just go for it, which then led to some heavy petting. We'll give you guys some privacy. Back at the villa, Val and Everly take to the confessional room to go over how they're feeling about the new bombshell and her taking Charlie on a date. Everly admits Riley's decision to choose Charlie for the date stings, but she's trying to stay confident in her connection, while Val, on the other hand, is less worried about Riley and more upset about Nate, and his behavior at the lounge left her feeling very disrespected. And ironically enough, Nate was walking by at the right time to hear this conversation happening, so to secure his connection with Val, he decides to get a little bit more intimate with her in front of the window. Meanwhile, on the beach, Charlie and Riley are growing closer by the minute. Riley leans in, whispering something only Charlie can hear, and the two of them share a warm embrace followed by a passionate smooch. Okay. And looks like they are sealing their connection that Riley came into the villa to find. And as they continue their conversation under the moonlight, they better wrap it up because their date is coming to a close. Next morning, our villagers are up bright and early, ready for their first Sims Island competition. Who will come out on top, and what will be their advantage for the night? Today's competition is called Who Said That? And here's how it works. The girls and the guys will split into teams. One team takes their place on the platforms, while the other team picks a pair of shades from the bucket and reads off a statement. Their job is to guess which villager said the statement. Each villager makes their choice by standing beside the platform they think is correct. Every correct guess scores a point. And let me tell you, this is not a challenge you want to lose. So who's ready to play Who Said That? Up first, drawing the first question, is Aziza. The first statement reads, I didn't have my first girlfriend until I was 21. Ladies, please stand beside the platform you think is correct. The girls have locked in their answers. Val, Aziza, and Everly all think Eloy is the villager who hasn't had a girlfriend until he was 21. Ouch, Eloy. Riley thinks Nate is the villager who hadn't had a girlfriend since he was 21. And no one thinks Charlie is the villager who said that statement. And the correct answer is Nate. Riley earned the first point for the girls, and she is next up to choose the next statement. The statement reads, I've never been in love before. Who said that? Interesting. All the girls are moving away from Eloy and over to Charlie. Oh, Val stopped at Nate's platform. So that's 3 votes for Charlie and 1 vote for Nate. And the correct answer is Eloy. Everyone got it wrong. Tough break for the girls. We're still at 1 point and it's now Val's turn. Next time on Sims Island, the villa braces for the end of our very first challenge. Who will come out on top, the girls or the guys? Every answer counts, and remember, this is not a competition you want to lose. But the games are only the beginning. As the pressure builds, old bonds are tested, new connections spark, and cracks start to form. Friendships begin to unravel, and one shocking decision will leave the villa shaken. One villager will be dumped from the villa. Who will survive the fallout, and who will be packing their bags? Find out on the next episode of Sims Island. And don't forget, if you want to impact the show, leave a comment down below sharing who's your favorite or least favorite villager. We'll see you guys next time on Sims Island.